Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, welcome to NIEVS Home School. I am Rahela Ferdousee, Assistant Teacher, English Day Shift. Today we are going to have a class with class 7. Our today's subject is Agricultural Studies. Our today's topic Chapter 2, Lesson 4, 5, 6. Our today's lecture number is 8 and the HW number is 7. After reading the chapter, you will make 5 MCQ as your HW number 7. Okay, now come to our today's lesson. We are reading the chapter 2, Agricultural Technology. We have read up to lesson 3. Today we will start from lesson 4, Water Treatment in a Fish Pond. Okay, so today we will learn how we have to take care of fish in fish pond and how we have to take care of the water. Now come, culturing fishes in ponds is a very familiar agricultural technology. Successful use of this technology is possible when the environment in and around the pond supports healthy and fast growth of fishes. It is very important to retain the quality of the pond water for profitable cultivation of fishes. The water in the pond may be spoiled in different ways. Pond water may not be able to retain sufficient oxygen in dissolved state. Due to unavailability of oxygen, fishes may suffocate and eventually die. Besides causing economic loss to the fish farmers, it further deteriorates the environment of rotten fishes. For this reason, pond water should be treated to supply fish adequate oxygen and save them from intoxication and other microbial infections. This situation can be managed in the following ways. That means if the water in the pond is spoiled, the fish don't have a smooth growth and the farmer has to face a loss. So to manage the situation, we can follow these steps. Number 1, lack of dissolved oxygen in water. This is a common problem in ponds, especially in rainy days. It may occur in the morning or in the evening or any time in a day. It may happen is a cloudy day sometime after rainfall. The visible symptom of oxygen deficiency is that the fishes come up at the surface of the water and gobble to draw oxygen from the air. So we can underline the line. Now soon some of the fishes die and start floating. The following measures should be taken to avoid such deterioration of pond environment. A. Swimming in the pond. Usually the water in the pond is quiet and without any current. Water from one area of the pond can hardly be transported to another area. Therefore, oxygen does not get dissolved in sufficient quantity. Swimming in the pond allows the water to be reoxygenated. Young people can be encouraged to swim in the pond. Number B. Pounding pond water with bamboo. Heating or pounding pond water with the help of a bamboo for an hour or two will stir and mix pond water very well. Pounding can start from one side to the other side of the pond. During this process, oxygen from the air gets dissolved in pond water, making it healthy again. So in figure number 2.8, we can see that they are swimming in the pond and this is helping to dissolve the oxygen. And figure number 2.9, we can see that here the farmer is pounding pond water with bamboo and this is also helps the oxygen to dissolve. Now we will come number 2, occurrences of pond water. This may be caused by several reasons such as suspension of soil make the water in the pond muddy and non-transparent. If it rains continuously for a few days, rainwater may cause erosion to the bank of the pond and add mud in the pond water, making it opaque. Following techniques may be used to make the pond water clean and transparent. Number A. Adding quick lime at the rate of 1 or 2 kg per decimal in pond area for making pond water clean through sedimentation. So we have to add quick lime at the rate 1 or 2 kg per decimal in pond area for making pond water clean through sedimentation. Adding 240 grams of Fitcary per decimal of a 30 cm deep pond to clear the water through sedimentation. So underline this also. Then the easiest and less costly techniques is to dip 20 kg straw per decimal in the muddy water. Number 3. Acidity and alkalinity or pH of pond water. Determining the pH, acidity and alkalinity of pond water can be understood. It is determined by pH meter. The problem, the acceptable range of acidity or alkalinity of a fish pond is between 6.5 and 8.5. Problem arises if the acidity or alkalinity becomes more or less than the acceptable range. As for example, if it is below 6.5, fish gills rot. If it is above 8, fishes got less hungry for food, became weak. As a result, they became easily vulnerable to diseases. Then, the following procedures can be used to adjust the pH of pond water to normal level. Application of lime. If the water is too acidic, pH below 6.5, it can be treated through application of 1 to 2 kg of lime per decimal. Then dipping branches of tamarind or drumstick, that means shows the tree. This may be practiced where the pond water is too alkaline, that means the pH will above 8. The branches should be kept as such for 3 or 4 days. Green algal layer at the surface of pond water. The quality of water in a fish pond may be affected when a greenish algal layer covers the surface of water. The water of the pond turns deep green. This hampers normal movement of fishes and they reach the surface for oxygen. For water treatment, one of the following measures can be taken depending on the pH level of water. Number A. Use of copper sulfate. 12 to 15 gram copper sulfate dissolved in 2 to 3 liters of water may be mixed with the pond water. Okay, so we have to underline and memorize this. Which lines I am underlining, you have to memorize. Number B. Use of lime. Application of 1 kg lime per decimal may be enough to clean the pond water. So this one also should be underlined. Now, agricultural technology in the reproduction of plants and animals. Lesson 5. Seed multiplication technology in agriculture. The foremost technology to be treated for plant multiplication is the production of seeds of high-yielding varieties. The Bangladesh Agricultural Research Institute is engaged in breeding seeds of high-yielding varieties for vegetables, wheat, mustard, potato, etc. Among the vegetables are tomato, brinjal, bottle gourd, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, chili, etc. These high-yielding varieties, as released by ACA, Seed Certification Authority, reach the farmers and they grow better crops and earn profits. For example, they can even grow tomato in summer, brinjal and water gourd throughout the year and many more. The Bangladesh Rice Research Institute has so far developed and released 76 high-yielding varieties of rice. The number is growing almost every year. Among the high-yielding rice varieties, some are mentioned below. So we have to memorize this because these are very much important for MCQ. Aush, BR9, that is Shufola BR14 that is Gaji, BR16 Shahi Balam, etc. Then Amun, BR11 Mukta, Biridhan 30, Biridhan 33, Biridhan 40, Biridhan 44, etc. And Boro, Biridhan 28, Biridhan 29, Biridhan 36, Biridhan 50, that is Banglamuti, Biri hybrid 1, etc. Okay, seed multiplication is a highly technical job. The prime objective of this job is to restore the qualities of seeds. So what are the prime objectives? To restore the qualities of seeds. Agriculturists are relentlessly working on the seed multiplication of the different crops, preserving and blending their desirable characters. For that matter, they are employing new techniques and procedures. Thus, seed multiplication technology refers to production of standard quality seed, management of seed quality, and storage of seed. The seed scientists suggest the following measures to be taken to procure standard quality seeds. Number 1. Restoration of purity of seed. The identity of a seed is provided by its origin. Therefore, during seed multiplication, strict care must be taken so that seeds from different origin do not get mixed with the working seed. Number 2. Isolation of seed crop from commercial or normal crops. In this case, the isolation means growing the seed crop keeping a safe distance of commercial crops of the same species. In many cases, keeping a safe distance becomes difficult. In such a case, borderline of the same variety of the seed crop must be raised around the designated seed crop. This will lessen possibility of cross-pollination and genetic mix-up. Number 3. Seed treatment. Seeds may bear diseases as being infected or as contaminated with seed-borne pathogens. That is why seeds should be treated before sowing. There are several chemicals that can be used to treat seeds. For example, Granson M, Vitavex 200, etc. Number 4. Seed sowing method. Timely sowing is important. The soil in which seed has been sown should have adequate moisture. Line sowing is preferred, and for that matter a seed dispenser could be used. Now, rugging. This is an important procedure for keeping purity of multiplied seed. In this process, seedlings of unwanted origin are uprooted and destroyed along with the weeds. Rugging should be done also in case of the appearance of the disease symptoms. Rugging for maintenance of purity should be done before flowering. Now come number 6. Intercultural operations. Seed plot must be kept free from weeds. Insects, mites and other vectors should be controlled at proper time. Adequate irrigation and drainage should be done. Number 7. Harvest of seed crop. Seed crop should be harvested as soon as they have been mature and ripen. Delay may expose the crop to rain, hailstorm and contamination with seed-borne pathogens. Extra care should be taken that the seed crop may not suffer from injury during harvest and post-harvest operations. Number 8. Drying of seeds and storage. The seeds should be adequately dried. For example, right seed moisture level of grains like rice and wheat is 12%. So right seed moisture level of grains and wheat is 12%, and this seed moisture level should be maintained for storage. Too much of drying may make seeds brittle, that is not desirable. Seeds to be preferably stored in airtight containers which should be dry and clean. Malathion may be sprayed to protect seeds from insects. Production of quality seeds. Quality seeds are produced in 3 steps. Number 1, basic seed, 2, foundation seed, and 3, certified seed. Farmers should not use any seed other than certified seed. If anyone uses the seeds without core instead of certified seeds, he may not get good crop. The Seed Certification Authority (ACA) certifies seeds after completing required seed testing procedures. The steps of quality seed production are described below. Number 1. Basic seed. The seed with high genetic character is produced in the research institute with intensive supervision by the plant breeding scientist, and it is called basic seed. Usually, basic seeds are produced in small quantity. These seeds are not for sale. Number 2. Foundation seed. The seed which is produced in a controlled environment from basic seed in the form of the Seed Production Institute is called foundation seed. This foundation seed is also not for sale. Number 3. Certified seal. Seeds produced by the Seed Certification Authority in a controlled atmosphere are called certified seeds. So what should needed to certified? Controlled atmosphere. This may also be called the release of a cultivable variety. The ACA issues a certificate in this respect. These seeds are sold to the farmers. Now, after knowing about the quality of seeds, come to lesson 6, raising seedlings from seeds. Seedbed must be prepared to produce seedlings. For winter vegetables, the seedbeds should be prepared in the months of Ashin and Kartik. And for summer vegetables, seedbeds are to be prepared within the month of Falgun and Chaitra. For almond crops, seedbed can be made 1 month earlier. The size of an ideal seedbed is usually 3 meter into 1 meter. This allows easy management of the seedbed and the seedlings being grown on it. In Bangladesh, the seedlings of fruits, vegetables, seasonal flowers and agro-social forest plants are usually raised in the seedbeds. Among these are tomato, cauliflower, cabbage, brinjal, chili, capsicum, papaya, cosmos, marigold and poppy, etc. In a standard size seedbed, usually 10 to 20 gram seeds can be sown as per classes. So this is an ideal seedbed area. The seedbed should be leveled in such a way that extra water falling on the seedbed goes down by each side. Drain should be there around the seedbed. Sown seeds should be covered informally with 2 cm of soil and the surface should be made firm by pressing. The seedbed should be moistened up to capacity before sowing the seeds. Seeds having thick seed coats should be dipped in water for 24 to 48 hours before sowing to get quicker germination. It is better to water the seedbeds with a handheld sprinkler. Arrangement must be there to cover the seedbed during rain and scorching sun. Care should be taken so that the seedbed is kept dry at the surface. The seedlings gain heat tolerance with advancing age. The beds are to be moistened adequately with a handheld sprinkler, preferably in the evening. The soil should be loosened with a hoe. Appropriate measures in consultation with agricultural officer have to be taken against infestation with pests and diseases. A regular visit in the seedbeds is therefore very essential. 10 liters of water mixed with 4 teaspoonful malathion 57 EC can be sprayed in the seedbed. Diseased seedlings are to be uprooted carefully and burned down or buried deep under soil far away from the seedbed area. Usually the seedlings are ready for transplantation within 30 days. It is better to transfer and nurture seedlings to a separate seedbed for a week before the final transplantation in the main field, especially in the case of cauliflowers and cabbages. Straws may be placed over the seedbed to retain moisture. Before uprooting the seedlings for transfer, the seedbed has to be irrigated and moistened. Seedlings are uprooted carefully with the help of a sickle so that the root system is not injured too much. Uprooted seedlings should be carried with a container for transporting to the main field. Uprooting should be done preferably in the late afternoon. During transplantation, a pit should be made with the help of a sickle and the seedlings should be placed in the pit just like it was in the seedbed. So my dear students, this is all for today. You must read the lessons again and again and you must memorize the important lines for your MCQ. Thank you all. Stay well, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum.